start V2.5 on the S5, and we got a lot of parts. Got this, we got to unbox whatever's inside here from our friends over at Can Auto Performance, and we got to load it up in the car. Well, today we are going to be doing a reliability, durability test on the S5. Since we replaced so many things, it's time to do the main and voyage and take this thing on a little road trip to see how it does. And I'm assuming it's going to be fine. I mean, the cars ran great since we fixed that wire, but I think it's only right we take it on a little road trip. And there is a surprise in this video, which I will talk to you guys about more once we get to our destination. So I guess I'll see you guys once we get there. So we just made it here to the shop. We got everything laid out. We got a bunch of parts that are going on, and we got a complete color change, which you guys are gonna have to wait and see. I think this is gonna look really good. Like I said, this is V2.5. Since V3 can't happen yet, we're waiting on some more parts, so this is gonna be V2.5, but I think it's gonna turn out really good. So we're gonna start out by rinsing the car off real good, because driving over the pass it got really dirty. So we're gonna get it all cleaned up, and then I'm gonna start disassembling all the aero pieces. We'll start taking out and taking off whatever needs to be done, and then we can start wrapping the pieces. We already have the bumper laid out right here and all the parts underneath. We have a surprise part in here, which you guys will see soon. Just keep watching. And then also for the color we are going with, I don't know if I should just show you guys right away, but that's gonna be a surprise. Once we take everything off, I'll show you guys what color we're going with. So since we got the car rinsed off and inside the shop, I'm gonna start the prep work by taking off the side skirts. And these are held on by a few self-tap screws. So now that I got all of them out and the side skirt is off, we can go ahead and move on to removing the door handle. And well, I ended up taking off the door panel, which I realized I didn't need to do. So on the other side, I now know I don't have to do that. All right, so a little update. I've been doing prep work on the car. I've been clay barring the entire thing. We took off the door handle, we got the side skirts off. I'm doing clay bar on this entire side, making sure it's all perfect, because we're gonna start on this side and then we gotta do the same thing on the other side. So after I finish clay barring the car, I'm now gonna move on to removing the front bumper. But while I'm doing that, he's actually gonna start wrapping the driver's side of the car. And yes, we went with satin black from Maluco, and I think this color is gonna look absolutely crazy on the car once it's all finished. We're getting the wrap cut for this entire side. We got the door right here. But now to actually start the process of wrapping the car, and we are starting on the driver's side quarter panel. But while he's doing that, I'm gonna go finish taking off the front bumper. But before I do that, I will show you guys the surprise part we have. All right, so the part I was gonna show you guys, we have some new carbon fiber vented fenders. Use our imagination how it's gonna look. I think these are gonna be pretty sick. They're also a bit wider, so we might have to eventually get bigger spacers, but y'all wanted to get these. Cat. But back to the front bumper, there's gonna be one 10 mil bolt on each side, and then just a few screws, and then this whole bumper should come off. All right, so current update, we got the front bumper off the car. We are gonna work on taking off the side skirts. We got T30 all up here. There's a few behind the wheel, and that should be it. We should be able to get these off pretty easy. We might have to take the wheels off, but we got the front bumper off. We got to swap over the front lip onto this bumper, but I think we have to wait until this one gets wrapped. We're gonna have to chop this off the bumper and then just piece it all together. But we gotta take off this rear light, and that might be it. I think we might leave the diffuser on. We could take those off. He said leave the trunk lip on too. He said we could wrap around it, but I don't know. We might take all of it off if it makes it easier, but we'll see how it goes. I also forgot, we do have to take off the badges as well. So on the trunk, I mean, we have the Audi logo and then the S5 badge. We're gonna have to take those off, and I'll end up probably just having to buy new ones. I mean, those ones are pretty trashed anyways. It's not even red anymore. So I probably will just order some new badges. The ones on the front should be fine because they're in the grill. I guess that's another thing we gotta do, is swap over the grill as well, along with these carbon accent pieces. But we're gonna get started on taking off these fenders. So this is something I've never actually done before, but we're gonna go ahead and just send it. There's gonna be a bunch of T-screws all along right here, including one that actually holds up the hood struts. So we're gonna have to take those off as well and prop the hood up with something else. And now that we've got those screws out, we can move on to the ones in the door sill. So there's only one that we're able to get out from this angle. The other two, we're gonna have to take the fender liner out and a few other things to gain access. And while I'm working on the fenders, they're still working on wrapping the driver's side. The quarter is basically done for the most part, so now they can move on to the door. But little did I know we were gonna have a problem with it.
Now see where they put a sticker? The white sticker? That doesn't come off. We'll redo your door at the end, but I didn't see that.
All right, so it is day 2 here at the shop. Obviously last night all we got finished was this side of the quarter panel and the door, but we're not 100% sure if we're gonna have to redo this door, because if we look right here, there was like a sticker or something right here that's sort of leaving residue, I think. But also there's like a bunch of scratches on the vinyl. I don't know if we can get that out or not. I'm not sure if we're gonna have to redo this whole door. It didn't take that long, so it wouldn't be that big of a problem. Just can sort of picture how it's gonna look, and I think it's gonna look crazy. I mean, it already does look crazy, but just imagine the whole thing murdered out. And then you guys can let me know if we leave the wheels this color, we can also make these black, because these are just gonna be the beater wheels. But yeah, this is gonna turn out sick. But now to pick up where we left off with the fenders. So we got all of the screws out on the top on both sides. The only real struggle is gonna be getting the bolts inside the fender liner that we're gonna have to remove a few things to get to. Bro, these ones are fucked. This bit doesn't go in. It moves too much. Damn. Holy crap. Oh, we broke it. Would have been so much easier if they just put all of them from the front right here. So currently we found that there are 2 screws down below right here that are facing down right behind the fender liner, which might be a little difficult to get this in here. We're gonna see if we're able to get it out with this, or if we need to take out the entire fender liner. I know there's 2 right there. I think there's 2 farther back going this way. And then I think that might be it. I'm not sure if there's any up front right here. There actually might be. So we got a few more screws to do, and then I think these should just pop off. All right, well, we gotta take a little break. We gotta go to the gas station, go get some energy drinks, because this might be a long night. Realistically, we could finish the car tonight if this dude showed up and came to wrap, because the fenders are almost off, but yeah, his phone's dead, so we have no idea what's going on. No way, what's that flashing light? The first cop? Maybe. We have not seen a single cop the entire time being here. Oh, that is a cop, is it? Wait, someone's getting pulled over?
I don't know.
Yeah. There's 2 of them.
Oh, it's a stater. Oh, that's a stater.
There's 2.
Oh, a DUI test.
Oh, no way. That person's hammered.
They're good.
It makes sense. Today was game day. Everyone's hammered, I guess. But the whole time, even driving here, didn't see a single cop. And the first 2 we see are state troopers. And someone's getting cooked right now. I think we spotted our first Fed up there. Damn, my lens doesn't zoom in that far. But I think that's a cop up there. We just go see if he wants to race. Oh!
That's not.
Someone's getting lit up. The cops are out at nighttime. Bro, what?
Oh, yo.
Oh! Another stator. Damn, bro, what is it? At nighttime, all the feds are out. Except we didn't see any last night, so it doesn't make sense. But now, bro, everyone's getting fried right now. It's active outside. There's the first one, and there's the second one. It focuses. Oh, it's not going to. But we found one. We're fed spotting. Oh shit, more cops.
That's a, oh yeah.
I feel like I'm filming an episode of Cops right now. Just spotting all these feds, pulling people over. That's what, 1, 2, that's like the third or fourth person we've seen getting pulled over within like 10 minutes of driving. What do we got going on here? 6 of them for 11 bucks.
12.
It's crazy, it's so foggy here. It's been two nights in a row where it's been this foggy. I'm not gonna lie, it's honestly pretty sick. If my car was finished, we'd be getting some pictures, videos right now, because it would go crazy. It's usually never foggy in Bend, but like, just look at that. You can't tell me that doesn't just look crazy. Got the bag secured, some monsters. We got enough water.
Enough water.
All right, time to go lock in. Got to brace for impact. Bro, the fog makes it. The fog, it makes it sketchy. You can't see anything. For a stock car, though, it does pull pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie. Once it's tuned, it should be even crazier. So, coming soon. We gotta move it to the other side of the shop. They're about to have a rager in here. So much time and work to remove all of this stuff just for these, mainly just one of them, because if you see the tape I put right here on the fender, that's where the screw was that we needed to get out. And without taking off the wheel and like jacking the car up and removing the fender liner, I mean, we could just do that, but it was so difficult. We're actually gonna have to do it on that side because the windshield reservoir is on that side, and you can't get away with leaving the car on the ground with the wheel on and all that. So we got one side done, which means we can take this fender off now and put the new one on and see how it looks on the car. So let's take off this fender. Let's see if this thing goes off. So we just got the stock fender off the car. It is completely filthy under there. I sort of feel like I need to wipe all of this stuff down real quick, and then we can put on the new carbon fender. I mean, I already know this is gonna look crazy on the car, so let's wipe this down real quick. So now, after wiping everything down, it is time to test fit the fender, and I just want to apologize in advance. I wasn't able to use the audio because of copyright music, which these two shops are connected, so you could just hear it blaring in the background. But after some time of messing around with trying to get it to fit all properly, I think we got it where it needs to be, but it was getting pretty late, so it was about time to wrap things up for the night and get it all finished tomorrow. All right, y'all, so it is the next morning. We are here at the shop. It's like 10 a.m. maybe 9 something. I slept 1 hour last night, if that, maybe 45 minutes. It was not good. I don't know what it was. I literally just laid there for the whole time. Couldn't fall asleep, I guess. And right now, I don't even feel like I'm alive. But we're gonna drink some energy drinks. I'm gonna eat some food. We got the car inside the shop. We're gonna get to work, and we're gonna try to get this finished up today, because we gotta go home tomorrow. He's got work. I have a meeting tomorrow, and we wanted to both drive home together, do a POV drive, you know, some stuff. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I don't know, my body will just not feel as dead. All right, so now we're gonna take out the tail light right here. This is pretty easy to remove. So before we can get back to doing the fenders, we need to start taking apart the rear end so they can start wrapping that. So first thing is gonna be taking out these outer tail lights, which is pretty easy. There's just one thing in there that you just have to spin out, and that's the only thing that holds the tail light in. So this right here, this is the only thing that holds in this rear tail light. So all we can do now is literally just pop it out, unplug this, and we're good to go. So next thing, we're gonna take off these rear bumper extensions right here. Pretty simple. It's just 2 screws. All right, well, we got those off. And these are the pieces I made myself in carbon fiber, because I wasn't really the biggest fan of the rear bumper extension options on the market, because there's only like 2. They're not bad. I just liked how these ones looked, so I did them in real carbon fiber. A lot of people wanted me to make a set for them, so if anyone wants these for your car, they're basically universal. Actually, that's a lie. They might not be universal, but you could probably put them on a few different cars. So if y'all want these, let me know. I might make a bunch of them. Also, the carbon center rest, which is sort of up because I got air bubbles in it. I'm gonna redo it, but I can also make these, which is pretty sick. It covers the part in the interior, so it would look like that, which I think looks pretty cool. But I could also do it in Alcantara. I might try that. Might do it in Alcantara. Maybe in the future. If there's enough people, I'll definitely make some. But now back to disassembling the rear end. So obviously we're gonna take off the bumper extension on the other side and the diffuser, which I forgot to film, but we did take off the diffuser, the exhaust tips, everything on the rear to make it easier to wrap. But now to get back to the fenders. This is the current progress. So the fender is on the car. Fitment issues. We got it aligned with the door so it doesn't touch. So I think that should be good. You guys can see the panel gap is pretty even the whole way, and when we open the door, doesn't touch or anything, so that's solid. The hood, it is sort of a big gap, but it's the exact same on the other side with the OEM fender. So like if you guys can see right here how much gap there is, that's exactly the same as this side. So can't really do anything about that, but you guys can see how it looks. I mean, that looks absolutely crazy. So now we just gotta make sure everything's tightened down on this side, put everything back, and then do the same thing on the other side. So since this is the side that has the washer reservoir, we're gonna have to do it a little bit different. We're actually gonna have to jack up the car, remove the wheel, and then we can pull back the fender liner enough to gain access to the washer reservoir, which will also have to be moved. And then we can take out the screws we need to take this fender off. Okay, so all of the bolts and screws for this fender are off, so it should just pop off. Oh no, the hood strut. Oh, I'm a bot. Okay, so now we got the hood strut off, so now this should just pop out. Okay, now it's just stuck on this. All right, fender off. So we got the carbon fender on. We're trying to get it all fit how it's supposed to. So now that I've taken off both fenders, it should be a little bit easier to put it back together. So we have 2 screws towards the front of the fender, and then we have 2 screws behind the fender liner down below, and then also 2 that face the back of the car. And then there's 1 screw you have to put in by opening the door, and the last ones are going to be all along the top, which can be accessed by opening the hood. And once we got all of those screws tightened down, we can go ahead and put the wheel back on, drop the car, and that's both fenders done. So next thing, gonna start taking apart this bumper front lift grill so that it can get transferred over to the new one. We got all of the screws out, so now should probably just pop out pretty easy. grill's off. Now we just gotta wait to swap everything over. So currently on the back, the trunk, the badges are off. Gonna have to get off just the residue. We got the plate off. Trunk will get finished up, but it's all coming along real nice. So progress update. We got this quarter panel wrapped. It just has to get trimmed. Got that part right there on the trunk. So we've been going at this all day. It's like 9:30 right now, but for the past, I don't even know how long, hour maybe, I was trying to get out this door handle, mainly this part, and I actually don't know why it was being so difficult, but we finally got that out. So on this new bumper, we have this little thing right here in the middle. So once you put the grill in, this sort of is in the way and it doesn't really look the best. So we're gonna chop it off. One of the last things that needs to get wrapped, the front bumper. And I mean, that's basically it. Those little side pieces along the bottom, but that's about it. Door handles, but it's mainly just this front bumper. So we're gonna get started on this right now. So while he's starting on wrapping the front bumper, I'm gonna go ahead and start reassembling the rear of the car since it's all wrapped. So we're gonna start by putting the taillights back in. And we already know how easy it is to do this. We just need to plug it in, put it in its place, tighten that screw, and that is one thing finished on the rear. So after getting both of these taillights back in, we can go ahead and move on to putting the rear diffuser back on. And putting this diffuser on, it has a bunch of slots that it slides into. They're supposed to be clips, but it doesn't really hold it in. So you're gonna have to use some self-tap screws to actually hold this diffuser in place. And as I'm putting these last few screws in, finishing up on the rear end, he started rewrapping the driver door that had that weird little square on it. But with this getting done, we are slowly getting closer to this entire car being finished. So it's basically 2 in the morning, still going strong. About to assemble the front bumper. The hood's getting done right now. I mean, it's basically almost done. Down there, that will be the last thing. I finished getting everything on the back. So we got the rear bumper extensions, the tail lights, the diffuser, the exhaust tips. So, I mean, this thing is like this close. The next day. All right, so the car is basically done for the most part. Just a few things that got to get touched up, but I just realized that this back tire is flat. And this is the only one where my valve cap is stuck for some reason and it doesn't come off, and I don't want to break the actual valve stem. But we gotta take this off right now and drop it off and see if there's a nail in it or something, or if it can get patched or just something so that we can drive it home. And to make things even worse, the tire shop closes in 30 minutes, so it is going to be a struggle to see if they're able to patch it before they close. And we do have to be home by today, so everything is in the hands of the tire shop now. So we got the tire off, and I'm looking to see if there's any punctures in it, which, yep, we have a nail in it. There's a nail in it right there. Huh? Is that a nail or a rock? Nope, it's a rock. Oh my gosh, what the f is that? It is punctured. Whatever the f that is. That punctured it. Alright, we gotta go drop this off right now so we can get it fixed. There was something right here in the tire, and also the valve stem I had on, or the valve stem cap, was stuck on there and it pulled off the entire thing. That is crazy. But patched up, new cap, it should be good to go. Gonna put it on the car and then just a few small things and it's done. All right, so we have the man, Jose.
Yo, we're at True Tone Tint here in Eugene, Oregon. Check me out on Instagram at True Tone Tint. Got this thing all wrapped up in 72 hours. You know, had to get Caleb right.
It was an absolute mission getting this thing done. We stayed here till like 4 in the morning, just getting straight to work. But I think it turned out absolutely amazing. I mean, you guys can let me know. A lot of people said not to wrap the car, but honestly, I needed a switch up. It's been the same color for too long, and a wrap we can always take off and go back to the same color. But this looks absolutely beautiful. So if any of you guys are in Eugene and need your car wrapped, PPF, tint, they do a bunch of things. Definitely hit them up. I'll put all the information up on the screen and in the description down below. Just got the car pulled outside. We got a 3-hour drive home and it's like 7 p.m. So we gotta hit the road, but this thing looks, it just looks mean. I'm telling you, you can't go wrong with satin black on any car. It just hits. We're making the journey home. I just had to stop here because I wanted to take pictures and see the car when it was foggy outside like this, and it wasn't foggy in Eugene currently. It was the past 2 nights we were there, so I just had to stop in this gas station just to see it in the fog, even though it's not really too foggy around here. But I mean, seeing this car under some lights just actually out is crazy. We've already had a few people recognize us on the highway, which is sort of crazy because it's not even the same color anymore. But I mean, this just looks so good. But I think I'm gonna end the video right there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and if you haven't already, definitely hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.